We're live.
I hear it. We are live, guys. So, you want to introduce yourself a little bit? Tell us what we're getting.
Imre Morgenstern from Combat Force Academy. We're going to go over a little bit of what's different that I teach about mag changes. There's not one right way to do things, right? There's a few right ways. I encourage people to learn everything they can and implement what's right for them.
Now, I know you do mag changes a little differently than what, like Steve, like for instance, the way you do
Yeah.
it or the way I do.
Yeah, in fact, he was showing me some stuff a little bit earlier and explained that you have been trained to do it slightly different than what traditionally we have learned most often when we go to classes.
Right.
And so, how does your system differentiate, and why does? And I don't want to call it your system. It's literally
It's certainly not mine, yeah.
Most of the special forces in Israel, or most of the military in Israel.
This is how we train.
This is how you train.
Right,
All right,
and
so-
I'll explain it.
Yeah, so
Sure.
let's, first off, you were special forces in Israel for
Yes, sir.
several years.
Yep,
You now have a school here in the U.S.,
in Colorado, correct?
and the name of that school is?
Combat Force Academy.
All right. So you not only teach there, you also come and offer classes here at Top Guns.
Absolutely, yeah.
We're at in Colorado, is that what you said?
Yes.
We're at Colorado.
Right now we're in Brighton,
Brighton,
and we're
okay.
working on changing locations, and that's undisclosed at this point.
Cool. Excellent.
So,
All right, so for today's purposes, let's give us a little bit of training and teach us a little bit about how this different system works with the mag change. And at the end of this, we're going to tell you a little bit about how you can train with Imre if you would like to do that.
perfect.
Go for it.
Well,
Show
so
us
first
what
of all, thank you guys for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
I always love coming out here. You guys have a fantastic place. Let me start with this. Let's show that we have a clear gun here. Okay, we have a clear gun.
All clear?
All clear. We've already done this, but I just want to, for the benefit of everybody who's watching, I want to show we have empty mags and an empty gun.
Excellent.
Okay, so what we're going to show is the difference between the two types of thought on changing magazines. So I'm going to put my gun over here. What I'm going to do is an empty mag, right? So I'm shooting. I'll show how it's typically taught here, okay? And doesn't matter where on your body your mag is, typically here your bullet is facing forward, right? That's how it's taught. And the whole deal is this is for speed, which is great. So you're shooting, bam, 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 your gun runs dry. What typically happens, how it's taught here, is as your offhand reaches for your mag, you're dropping the mag, and actually this is a great example of exactly why we do it different. And then you have to shake it out as this mag comes up and gets inserted. That typically is the fastest way to do it, and it's excellent if really what's concerning you is just your speed. Okay, so that's that, and this gun just helped me out. Thank you, Sig. The way we do it is, and this comes from the field, right? I mean, we fight in sandy, dusty environments, whether there's grass or leaves, you've been crawling around, whatever it is. And this has actually happened to me, and this is why I'm really a believer in teaching it this way. So as we're shooting, gun runs dry. What I'm going to do is, as my hand comes off, instead of going straight to my mag, okay, it's just going to rip and chuck the magazine behind me. My hand's back here. What that does is, it doesn't matter where the mag goes, as long as it's not laterally or in front of us, because if we're shooting in a line, we don't want anybody stepping on that mag, okay? So I've stripped it, chucked it back behind me. Now as my mag changing hand comes back,
Close up of what he's getting ready to do here.
as my mag changing hand comes back forward, I'm gonna scrape along my back, pull out this mag, and see it's already indexed in the correct way. You stick it in your gun and you're good to go.
So for the record, the net result is you're still loading it back the same way. Your finger's still on index the same way. You're still putting it in the same way.
Yeah.
As we have traditionally been taught here.
Right.
But the way you are putting it on your belt or wherever you're carrying it is the opposite.
Well, let me refine what the difference is. So bullet forward, what that means is that as the mag has come out of my gun now, okay, the mag's come out, and automatically as it's ejecting, my hand is going directly to the mag. So I'm actually grabbing it the exact same way, except my hand is coming from the front here, okay, and then my hand is actually just coming back this way, and I'm gripping it the same exact way.
Right.
But my hand starts off from behind me as opposed to from in front.
And so once again, to clarify, the reason you do it that way is you want to strip that mag out and get rid of it. And so naturally, if you set your hands
Right.
on its way back up, you're going to be able to grab it quicker.
Right. There are two things here with just using your mag release button without assisting your mag. 9 times out of 10, it'll probably work just fine, and you may be a little bit faster. I would rather not get stuck with a full mag in my hand and an empty mag inside the gun that now I have to strip. And this is happening to me. And the way you induce it on the range is very easy. This gun, of course, helped me because it likes me today. But the way you induce it is you take a little blade of grass and you put it alongside your magazine, and it's not coming out smoothly.
Gotcha.
So that's the one thing. The second thing here is that, if we're actually in a combative scenario and I'm walking forward as I'm shooting, right, because we're always trying to engage our target, if I'm walking forward and I'm dropping magazines at my feet, there's a high likelihood I'm going to be stepping on that magazine, or my buddy next to me might be stepping on that magazine, and that's not good for my magazine, and it's not good for his balance or my balance.
Right. Gotcha. All right. So great tips.
Great.
In fact, he's sold me on the concept enough that I'm going to start working on it and trying it and see if I end up
So
liking it.
I
that
think
way.
a lot of people might want to see it in like slow motion what he's
Yeah,
talking about. Because,
absolutely.
because
That
when
would have been slow motion.
yeah. So what I mean by that is because you stripped it out pretty quick. All right. So
Okay.
go
I'll do it.
out, show us how you're stripping it out, and why when you swipe back up, that is going to be faster than most conventional ways here of
Sure.
just bringing it straight down, drop mag out, and back in.
Sure.
Great. This is going to cost me a bunch of mics. I might have to go buy all new mag holders.
Yeah.
So you know what? That is definitely a downside to the way I train. I chuck mags and I go through mags. Although I can tell you that these steel SIG mags, which I use all the time, I haven't replaced a mag in probably 5 or 6 years here.
Great.
I train on grass too. I don't train on cement usually, so that's a thing. But okay, so empty gun, empty mag. Mag goes in. Okay. Right now I have my bullets facing back.
Here, let me grab this for Facebook so everybody can see this on Facebook also.
If there's any questions popping up, don't hesitate
sure.
to mention them.
All right, so go ahead. We're going to get a little closer.
Perfect. So I have an empty mag in my empty gun, and I have my empty but supposedly full mag right here with the bullets facing back behind me. Okay, this is going to be a very slow motion. Okay, so I'm shooting, bang, 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 gun runs dry. So as I tip, I break my grip a little bit, and as I'm pressing, I'm just stripping and chucking the magazine behind me. I don't care where it goes. And as my hand comes back, it's touching my backside here, and it's just brushing along and grabbing that mag. And you see, even without a mag holder, this mag is just tucked in my belt. I'm getting the positive grip. I'm getting the grip that I want on the magazine. And then, of course, inserting the mag into the gun is the same deal.
Excellent. All right, so real quick, Emery is going to be here for the next 4 days. You'll be here through Friday?
Through Friday.
Friday evening or Friday day?
I'll have to check my itinerary.
Okay. All right, at the very minimum, he is here all day today, all day tomorrow, all day Thursday, and we are going to be offering some private classes. He's also here to be teaching a clinic on active shooter training, and so that's his primary reason for being here. But during...
Recap who he is.
Huh?
Recap who
Right,
he
we
is.
will.
Yeah.
All right, but while he is here, while he's not teaching those courses, if you would like to train with him on a private lesson, or if you've got 1 or 2 guys that want to do that, call the store or stop in, and we will get you a price and depending on how long you want to train, and get you set up with some training. Phone number here at the shop is 812-299-4867.
And this is great for people who have trained a certain way for a long time, but might want to try something different. You know,
Right.
it could help you out.
So, yeah.
And look, it's all levels too. I mean, whether you're experienced or whether you've never touched a gun before,
Right.
come out and play.
So if you're really, it doesn't matter. You can be really good like me or not so great like Alex.
Well, obviously,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
Wrap it up.
All right, and I think our battery's going dead, so real quick, tell us where can they find you online if they want to check you out online?
Sure. So you can find us at combatforceacademy.com.
All right. And or you can stop in the shop because we bring Emery in on a regular basis to come in and do training, so we do that fairly regularly as well. Guys, thanks for watching. Don't hesitate to post questions down below. Take care.
Thank you.